I don't want to admit that I'm easily amused
So, what?
by men.
You're telling me you're not gonna ask him out?
Oh no, he's coming here first.
I can't.
Wait, what? Why? What do you mean you can't ask him out? What's wrong? What did I say? Fuck! I'm not gonna look on his sprite sheet. I am not. I am a wholesome bean today. Hey guys, TheCaliMack here. You're doing well? Today we're covering tattoos and tulips, but before we begin, I'd just like to properly say something. The previous coverage for you guys might have noticed, this is not the first time I'm touching on this game. Well, me and my friends were too harsh on some things, and it quickly devolved into attacking the people behind it. It was definitely not well deserved. It was not deserved at all. And I will say we were very, very sorry, especially when the creator called us out, rightfully so. And I will say we were pretty much assholes. And in the midst of the recording, I definitely was trying to rein it in before I just said fuck it and just went with whatever horrible vibe we set up there. It doesn't make it that reasoning doesn't make it any better, because that horribly did happen, and I want to say I'm sorry. I want to say on behalf of me and my friends that we're sorry about this. So FlowersFourJoy, you didn't deserve what we threw out there. So we really regret what we did. Absolutely. And I know that you already forgave us, but we're very grateful for your graciousness. Thank you so much. And to make amends, I'm gonna give this game a proper run-through with the respect it deserves. Also, I want to apologize not just to FlowersFourJoy, but also the people behind it, the VAs, the programmers, the artists. Heck, I have a suspicion about the artists, but it's mostly just me thinking they probably switch artists, or it's an indie project. They probably took on more than one artist to handle different parts. And we decided to nitpick on a lot of things, didn't we? We decided to nitpick on a lot of things to the point that it just was insulting to the team itself. So I want to apologize on that front. We had no right to compare you to other projects. We had no right to diss on everybody and their work like that. Critiques are different from what we said. What we said was personal affronts, and we didn't mean to portray it. We didn't mean to show it up like that. At any rate, I'm very thankful that you guys I'm very thankful that you guys were gracious enough to offer forgiveness to us. We didn't deserve it, but look, we were. I'm not gonna make this any longer than it should be. I want to say we're deeply sorry, and we're also grateful. Now I want to cover this game with a brighter heart for it, I guess you could say. So, I'm covering this alone because it'll be hard to coordinate with the others, and they're deep. But let me tell you, they really do regret it as much as I do. I'm sorry. Give me a sec. All right. Tattoos and tulips. We're gonna give these boys a chance. We're gonna give them the respect they deserve. I will still give critiques here and there, but I definitely won't be as mean. I'm just gonna be fair and proper, like I should have from the start. Anyway, tattoos and tulips. Let's see how the blonde boy enjoys the company of this possibly frustrating tattoo artist, because I have seen them interact in a bit, and there's a mix-up between, is he hitting on me? Maybe not. I'm kinda into it. I'm gauging where it is. That kind of feeling. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Here comes the sun. Why am I just realized I'm the sunflower. Yeah. Wait. I still don't know who Shannon Mullen is. I need to give her respect and find her work. Shannon, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna find you out. I really need to find works by Shannon Mullen because it feels awkward reading these and not knowing. Even the tiniest flower can have the toughest roots. That means it grew up on some tough ground. Okay, that's easy. Alright. Unknown number. I miss you.
Oh, hell no.
And there's the snark. This is our protagonist, Chris. I glare at my phone screen, uncertain of what I should do. How did he possibly expect me to respond? Oh, I miss you too! Missed how you cheated and lied to me for it. I forgot about that part. I grip my phone and shut it off.
I can't deal with this right now.
Shutting it off is probably a good call. No notifications, no ding ding. What a perfect ending to a horrible day. I find it hard to even enjoy the sunset dancing across the Queen Anne's laces, their perfect white taking on the sherbet sky. Only an hour left until closing time, then I can go to bed early and forget today ever happened. Why do customers feel so entitled to everything? How am I supposed to help that our delivery truck is late? I don't care if it's your wedding in a week, ma'am. I can't do anything about it. Oh, what's that? You're never coming back? It's like I care. Have fun traveling halfway across town into to the other florist, the one with more pests than Petunia. I forgot they grilled on that one. God, I hate customer service. This stuff is for the birds or the fortunate souls like me who actually enjoy working here when it's just me and the plants. If only Granny owned a farm, but I'm from a family of citygoers who have barely a foot of grass to our name. You know, that's something I just noticed. If you live in the city, you have a harder time getting your own place. Okay, maybe not. You know what? I'm gonna shut up. I don't own real estate. I don't own real estate. I have nothing. Speaking of Granny, she's probably in bed already. Look at the clock. 6:15. Yeah, she's definitely asleep by now. I know it's kind of early for a citygoer, but then again, health things, you know. Also, there's this old lady across from our street, right? An old lady across from our street. I want to say she drinks like a trucker. She's awake until 9 or 10. And you'll know it because the karaoke stops by then. Yeah, karaoke. And drunk. Lovely combo. How am I supposed to pass the time for 45 whole minutes? I find myself continually looking at the clock, foolishly thinking that every time I look back at it, a decent amount has passed. But it barely moves. I hope the clock's not broken. When was the last time that thing was fixed anyway? Feeling hopeful, I look at the time on my phone. Greeted by the pesky notification from my ex still plastered on my screen, I swipe to remove it. Then I realized to my horror that the clock was in fact running fast. Oh no, you got more time to wait. It's actually 6:10. I slammed my head down on the counter. I'd scream if I had a pillow, but maybe I can get away with it since no one's here. Screaming? Oh, he was gonna do it without the pillow. Fun fact! Don't scream near the elevator shaft while you're at an office building. I might as well explain the story. There was a moment in time at work I was so frustrated I had to scream. So I marched over to the elevator shaft and screamed so loudly. Security was involved. Because they thought something happened. And it's a close-knit office. And I was in a skyscraper. Yeah! And if you're wondering which elevator it was the service elevator, so yeah! That's as much as I'll say. I heard the door chime. Yeah, of course. I shoot my head up, not making any attempt to mask my mood. Who could possibly need flowers at the time? Why doesn't Granny just close the shop earlier? No one ever shows up in the last hour anyway. I look up, not expecting to see anyone in particular, maybe a businessman or a mother and a daughter. We got this guy. I see around a man my age, maybe early 20s. I will say... Hold up. Can we take a pause for a moment? I will say that the tattoo sleeve is so well done. I will say that. Hold on, let's have a look. Look at the flow. It really bends over here. I'm not using this as an excuse to get close. I know you guys think you know me. That I am a whore. And you're probably right. But just not right now. It's a very sensitive day. And I shall march back and not think about the fact that I just realized I know how to open up a RenP file. I'm not gonna open the RenP file. Okay. I'm not gonna study tattoos. This is not me. I am not me. The more I look at him, the more I realize that everything about him is striking. He has long hair and terracotta skin. He's tall and muscular with tattoos covering one arm and a smaller one to the shoulder blade. You know what I just realized? Without my buddies around, I'm moving a lot faster than when we did. I guess I'm referring to previous ones. He has a long hair and terracotta skin. He's tall and muscular, with tattoos covering one arm and a smaller one on his shoulder blade. He's carrying a black book in his hand. But the thing that stands out the most is his smile. It really does look like a salesman smile. Wait. Hold on, I just realized something. I don't know if that's tattoos on his chest or striations of the muscles. I'm not gonna look on his sprite sheet. I am a wholesome bean today. I'm wholesome. But the thing that stands out the most is his smile. He's beaming, all teeth, looking right at me. You know, I'm trying to imagine what my reaction would be. And I realize, I haven't had a lot of exposure to someone just full grin at me. There's only been like a few occasions. I only feel pressure, especially if it's from a possible client. It's the brightest smile I've ever seen a person wear. I'm sure he can keep the flowers constantly fed with it. He's not solar, that's for sure. I don't know what that's supposed to mean anyway. As strange as it is, it definitely suits him. I hate myself a bit when I realize the obvious. He's gorgeous. My stomach twists at the realization. This isn't an unfamiliar sensation. I felt this way before. Too many times. The craving for muscles. And I decided in that moment, what did you decide? Chris, sweetie, what did you decide? Also, you're staring like... I'm flustered. Oh, you decided not again. Okay, the fluster's gone! Perfect timing for that sprite shift.
Hey, what time do you guys close?
What time did you guys close? It's an instant enough question, though I don't know what guys he's referring... I had to stop myself for a second. But then I realized... What time do you guys close? Honey, you know he refers to the business establishment. It's a plural. It's a collective noun. You don't have... Used in this... It's a collective noun in this moment. Used in this context. You just need to calm down. What do the kids say? Daddy chill? But you're not daddy. So, just chill. Right? The blondie has been through some but my confusion and irritation is enough to pull me right back down to reality. If he just stood at the door a second later, he'd have seen that we close at 7. Okay, so it was on the door. Honestly, not that bad. Let the man ask a question. I was like in a breath as I felt.
7 and not a minute later. I've been here forever.
I feel annoyed instantly. I can't focus on anything outside of my tired eyes and sore neck. I'm sure it's showing on my face, but I don't care. Not today. You're probably a selective grouch, my dear Chris. You're probably nicer to other people, just not to customers. Not tonight. It's definitely that kind of night, I can tell. You can tell it. Well, to be fair, not really any day. Especially not today.
Oh, great. I'll try not to be too long. I know this is weird, but, can I, sketch in here?
Huh? You want to do what?
Genuinely, I'd probably have the same tone. You wanna know what? Sketch. At a flower shop. I can see the reasoning. It's just... Actually, you know what? No. You could... Nah, it's better if it's in person, actually. If I was the guy... It actually sounds reasonable the more I think about it. I kinda hate that I do sign it. But then again, you don't... No, it's actually reasonable. It's actually reasonable. I can't believe I'm debating reasonability with myself here. I sound crazy for a second. I ask immediately, not even taking time to think over what he said.
Draw. I brought my sketch pad.
Oh. Ta-da! Look! He's picking up designs. Actually, do you guys know anybody who goes around just sketching random still life pieces or still objects? I think I only passed by 2 people at the city in the city near me. I don't know. I can imagine how scary it is to be like, hey, can I draw here? Most people would just hop to a cafe or a bench and be done with it. Anyway, he lifts up his black book to show me. But I don't say anything. Hopefully he'll take the hint and just leave or explain himself better. Now that I think about it, did he need to explain himself better? He could just, waddle around, just draw without a care, or get promptly kicked out by Chris here. He rubs the back of his neck and avoids my eyes. Huh, he seemed like a scary guy. I'm surprised that worked.
I can also just purchase some flowers and take them home. But I'm not really good with plants, honestly. I just wanted to sketch the flowers. So I chose a time you guys weren't very busy, so I don't disturb the shop or anything.
That's a first. No one has ever wanted to do that here. I'm still confused, but I hear him out.
I'm a tattoo artist across the street. Tattoo. Maybe you've heard of it?
I still go by the... It's a funny name. Quirky. We'll say it's quirky. He makes a peace sign with his fingers. No, not a peace sign, the number 2. Oh, I get it. It almost sounds like he's trying to brag, so I shut him down in a moment. Yes, please. The name was equally dumb and clever. Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
You're not even gonna humor him with a response. It's the best way to shut down. You're not even gonna humor him by acknowledging the witty pun. It's not entirely a lie. I know it exists, but I have no business there. He tugs at the back of his neck, smiling and shuffling his feet. I would have never expected someone who looks like him to do such a thing. I disagree. I totally see it. I find myself feeling sort of bad for being so harsh.
You don't have to buy anything. Don't want you wasting your money on something you'll kill in under a week.
That's not very businessman-like of you, is it? I know a few people who like, you know what, you're gonna kill it in a week or two, go at it. I know a few people like that. Ugh. I know too many things. He shrinks a bit at that. Well, you made him sad. Go apologize. You should apologize. Seeing such a sad display makes me realize just how much of a monster I'm being. Alright, I'll lighten up just a bit.
But you can do whatever the hell you want. It's not my store. I just stand here and look pretty, I guess.
I shrug. I plan on laying on my head on the back of the counter when he disturbs my piece again.
You're doing a good job.
Huh?
Hold up. Is he hitting on me? Are you saying I'm pretty?
I'm hungry. Feed me and tell me I'm pretty!
Sorry, that just came to mind. I have too many references stuck in my head. This guy is just chock full of surprises. I feel myself flush, but I don't let him see me. I shake it off and look him straight in the eye, hoping that my trick will work a second time. He meets my gaze for a moment, bites his lip, and averts his eyes. But he still addresses me despite showing signs he'd flee.
So, do you have any tattoos?
You know, on a personal level, that's not really an invasive... That's not an invasive question, it's just, hey, we talked about tattoos for a bit. Do you got tattoos? He attempts to converse, even though I'm positive he knows the answer already. My skin is plain, and the only marks on me are the freckles I was cursed with. Why do I sound like a showman? I have no idea. I look down at myself and, in my admittedly favorite yellow apron and white shirt, accompany my naked arms. I will say it does look plain, but you know what would spice it up? A wristwatch. You already make this look good. I wear only a polo shirt and jeans or slacks. Or even just pants. I don't have fashion sense. I am old. I have the fashion sense of your dad. I'm old. I am the most plain gay man on this side of the country. Oh god. Let's not discuss my age, I really feel bad.
No, I think I just scare away all the old farts that come in here.
Oh. Actually, now that I think about it, how many old farts come in here on the regular?
Besides, I've always been pretty scared of needles. And blood.
That's a shame on the needle's part. They don't have to bleed. Usually that's a sign of overworking the skin.
You know, I always thought that was an after effect. The blood thing. Like, you know, it doesn't bleed now, but after you lighten it up on the pressure a bit, then it bleeds. Okay, that does sound like overwork. But then at the same time, I need a tattoo expert with me on this one. I'll ask about them later.
But regardless, I think you would look really good with one.
Oh? You know, I have friends who've told me that I would look good with a sleeve tattoo. Like this guy here. But that was when I was doing parkour. And I am nervous about tattoos. I'll be real here. I got through my fraternity hazing. I don't know if I can handle a tattoo though. Those are very different things. And the only thing I got from hazing was a spanking. I'll talk about that some other time.
Even if it's just a small hidden one. For instance, I have a little one right here.
It's a sunflower. I forgot about this one. I'm using the same installer that I had last December. I forgot that this was part of the main page thing. It really is... You know, just to reference the bad art side of things, we did grill on this art for a long while. Looking at it, it's just really not as bad as when we grilled on it. Sure, there's more striations than there should be, but I will say, it also kept faithful to the original art during the sprite work. There is and it's cute. The sunflower is cute, but it's also stupid. It's cute and it's stupid. I kind of hate that I like it. I think the only gripe I have out here is I'm so used to, you know, the smarmy, sassy look on Chris's face, right? I mean, here he lost all the ice and the zing from 4. But then again, you know, that's just a sprite. Suddenly, it's like, oh my gosh! Like, clutching his pearls. That's the word I'm looking for. Clutching his pearls. He's clutching his pearls. Like, oh! So... It's so gorgeous! Or, oh my gosh! He has a hidden tattoo! Actually, no, that's actually pretty I don't... I'm stumbling over my words here, but would it be... Okay, if you guys... If someone hot flashed you his tattoo that's hidden, would you clutch your pearls? Now that I think about it, if they had the body type that would make me stupid, particularly I guess it's like this, I will say, particularly personally, I would say, if it's enough to make me stupid, because from how hot it is, then yes, I would probably clutch my pearls. Alright. I'm not staring. I'm a wholesome bean! Today! He lifts the hem of his shirt, holding it to his chest. I really wish there was like a way to portray that I'm looking at the tattoo and this man is not flashing me in the midst of this when the text box comes on. It's a funny thought, but at the same time, I just realized what it looks like. Oh! It's... I know those briefs! No, never mind. I have a horrible track of mine. I'm horrible. I'm terrible. I'm sorry. Keep it wholesome, Callie. My mind turns to mush when he does that. I raise my hands as if to stop him, and I feel the blood rush to my face. Now that makes sense. I just needed a moment to picture that. It confirms my suspicions about him. I definitely don't trust this guy. Not because of his style, but he's really here just to doodle flowers? That's the weirdest excuse I've ever heard. Is he trying to seduce me? Okay, this is where I would clutch my pearls. Realizing, I don't know why he would want to do that or what he'd gain. The store doesn't make that much money. I can't offer him anything. Nothing except my love. Sorry, I went soap opera for a second. So I guess trusting him or not makes no difference. I have nothing to give. Nothing but my heart! Spanish time! This would be a good time to hop back into those sprites because the tone doesn't match the... Oh! My heart! There we go. Yeah, it really is a different art style, but yeah, the clutching pearls look doesn't suit the personality that I've associated with him thus far. I guess that was where we had conflicts on sympathizing with him back then. We're just a little bit dumb on our part. Very dumb, actually. Yeah, but I'm unsure what the things are. Keep my eye on him. Not that it's a difficult task, though. He's very easy on the eyes. I'm not staring because I'm suspicious. I'm staring because those jeans fit way too well. Oh, it makes me want a hot dog real bad. Jennifer Coolidge has possessed me tonight. He pulls a nearby stool and flips open his sketchbook before drawing the bouquet of tulips. Am I being a little dyslexic? It's me just not being able to read words tonight. There's just a hot man in front of me and it's hard to look away. I watch him for a bit, not sure what I should do with myself. The only non-weird option is to just see what he's doing. As I get close to him, he drops his pencil onto the sketchbook and meets my gaze. Surprising me, he reaches his hand out to me. A handshake? I'll give you something to shake. Ha-cha, ha-cha.
My name is Shay, by the way.
What did I say? Fuck! Hey, Shay. You gonna Shay my Kool-Aid?
My name is Shay.
Chris.
Chris. The guy, Shay, cocks his head at my name tag.
Huh. So it's pronounced like Chris, but you spell it like chrysanthemum. That's pretty sick.
Hold on, can you say that again? Give me a second.
That's pretty sick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one.
That hit the spot.
Yes, I am grasping at crumbs, but I will eat off the floor. Thank you kindly. He thinks it's cool. I'm struggling to respond, but luckily I find my footing. And yes, guys, chrysanthemum. That's the reference of the Y. I wanted to mention it, but at the same time, it was better to find out like this. He was
My
born for
whole
the
family are
flowers.
a bunch of flower enthusiasts. My granny owns this place, actually.
Why am I telling him this? Why am I engaging in conversation? Megara from Hercules, open up. Megara from Hercules wants their gig there. Don't tell me it's just because he's attractive. I have higher standards than that. I tell myself the same thing, but chat does not believe me. I have high standards! I just enjoy potato chip every now and then, you know? Don't I? Shoo-doo, shoo-doo. There's heart. Oh cool, this place is really nice around this time. A lot less rowdy than my shop. Maybe, but it's a lot more boring here, especially around closing time. He scratches away at his sketchpad and curiosity gets the better of me. I peek down at the page. What I see is just a bunch of messy pencil lines, but it really does capture the accuracy and beauty of the Triumph Tulips before him. You're not bad. I'm surprised at myself for even acknowledging it, let alone say, look, you don't have to act like... Chris! Sweetie! Your customer service, give yourself a chance to just be like, hey, chat up your customers, don't worry about it, it's part of the job. Okay, not really, I'm just trying to say things nice. Look, Chris, sweetie, it's okay to make conversations, especially when you said it was boring at the last hour. This is a lot of excitement. You should totally give it a go. To just chat. When's the last time you had just chat? He coughs out a laugh, like he's surprised I said such a thing. It's true! I'm not one for compliments, but it felt proper to tell it to him.
Thanks.
I need to work on my flower drawing skills. I was waiting for the continuation of that voice line. Despite what he says, I can tell they're tulips just by looking at them. Hold on. I'm hoping the next time I tattoo a flower on someone I look halfway decent. Next time. Hold on! Hold on! What kind of flower did you leave on somebody? What did you do? How did you fuck up? Shay! Whose flowers did you fuck up and where? It can look between beautiful and a phallus. You can fuck up flowers that way. Oh my god, you fucked up the tulips, didn't you, Shay? Oh god. You fucked up tulips so they look... I'm just gonna stop that bit. If the sketches are anything to go off of, he's more than halfway decent. He's very quick and accurate. Within a few more moments, he's already got a few more flowers on the page, mostly the tulips. But there are sprinkled with dahlias and daffodils, interspersed all different angles and shapes. He captures the little details, droplets from where I sprayed them earlier, the slight curvature of the stems, which is how many flower tendrils there are. So did you really come in here just to draw flowers? He looks at me and raises an eyebrow. Yeah, I needed a reference to draw flowers better. Tulips are pretty common. Also roses and daisies. I was also hoping to sketch those dahlias over there. It also helps that you're pretty cute. I'm not gonna say that out loud though. He even points his pen to the correct group. I struggle a bit with all of them, honestly.
Huh?
He knows the name of some flowers? That's rare. Maybe he did his research before he came in. But he's being modest. If he was any better, he'd have just as well taken a picture of it. Honey, drawing them from... Okay, as someone who's tried to draw before, I can tell you, drawing on the phone is not exactly the same. Drawing from a digital reference is not exactly the same, especially if you're gonna deal with lighting. Although, personally, I think you'd need lighting resources to work with that, to study that one. So I remember look, it's just easier if you don't have like you don't have to lift a phone to your face every now and then, you know? So I remember displacing drop by. I could have looked up a reference or something, but I like the real deal. Yeah, it's that personal thing, you know? Everybody has a personal quirk on how they want to draw better. Personally, I like having a real-life model in front of me. The digital thing's the last resort. You guys have a great selection. He looks around. You have flowers I didn't even know existed. Well, how many flowers do you know about? More than most, but obviously not more than a florist would. I try not to feel too smug about it. But yeah, I know what you're talking about flowers. He looks... Hold on, go back. He looks really happy about it. It's a little smug. Cheeky. Yeah, cheeky. I'm not gonna sing cheeky cheeky chapa chapa. I try not to feel too smug about it. I know a thing or two. It doesn't make for good conversation though, so maybe I'll spare him the flower facts. My phone chimes once again. I whip it out of my pocket. After looking at it and realizing it's another text from them, I swipe at it as fast as I can. Maybe a bit too aggressively. Shay gives me a confused look and I realize how unnecessary I acted before. Great, now I have to explain myself. You really don't. I understand that as a teen you do sometimes feel the need to let it out to someone. And it actually helps sometimes that it's a person you've never met before, you know? Cute therapist? Nope. That's a story for another time. He raises a hand to stop me. Oh hey, you don't have to explain yourself, man. It's your business. Exactly! Is his face not hurt from smiling? Maybe we should take up a job as a news broadcaster. He continues to sketch away. I guess I don't need to come up with an excuse then? Alright, well, good. It just gets me heated to think about it anyway. I begin to think our conversation dies here. I don't know how to keep it alive. You don't have to. You can just sit comfortably in silence. Luckily, and to my surprise, he keeps talking. You don't mind if I keep coming back to drawing here, do you? Nah, actually. Your eye candy? You helped with the last hour? It's good. Whatever you want. He flashes me another smile. Shah! He finishes his sketches while I start closing up the remaining time and we do our own thing in each other's company. I'd even go as far as to say it's pleasant. Closing time comes quicker than I expected to. See, it helps pass the time to have someone to gab with. I start packing up my stuff and Shay does the same. We meet each other at the door. And I remember that I don't need to leave, I live upstairs. Oh my god, don't beat yourself up over it. Chris, seriously, don't beat yourself up over it. I've done similar things. I actually forgot to do something. I back away from the door, I can't believe I did that. Oh, gotcha, it was nice talking to you, Chris. It was?
Yeah.
It isn't much of a farewell, but he seems satisfied with that. Have a good night, I'll be seeing you around. Likewise. Mostly because he's right down the street. I can see him anytime I look out the window if I try hard enough. Or had a pair of binoculars. But that's creepy. And with that, he waves me goodbye and he's gone a moment later. I stare at the spot where he stood for another moment before I realize just what I'm doing. I retreat behind the counter and pull out my phone. What I thought was another text from my ex is instead a text from my best friend, Bea, the first good friend I had had since elementary school. Genuine question, how many of you guys have a friend from elementary school you still talk to? It's rare, so I will say if you can manage to keep them around even past elementary school, good. Great, actually, that's commendable. Well, let's just say I focus too much on studies. Anyway, I had to cut off a lot of my friends from high school and afterward, effectively leaving the life I led with them behind. The alcohol, drugs, and crime rate. Oh god, I remember going on a loop when I read this part. It really does feel like that's a 180. Everything was comfy, even if this man was a little bit of a prickly cactus. You were a prickly cactus. And then we went to here! It really was a surprise. But let's hear it out. Actually, I should shrink a little bit more so you guys can read. Yeah? I'm here. It's been 2 years since then, but honestly, I didn't live in a bad neighborhood, but it never really got... I didn't live in a good neighborhood, but I didn't see things devolve into drugs. Alcohol 50-50, I will say. You know, people. It's been 2 years since then, but my life pales in comparison to those days. Always exciting and unplanned, always filled with danger. I don't miss it. I gained a lot of resentment from my folks. Even so far as being kicked out and forced to stay with Granny here, but ever since I've been good, for lack of a better word. My life now is a boring one, but I find joy in flowers. So people underestimate how good boring is. Lack of stress, lack of panic, it's great. If you're riddled with anxiety, boring is actually a pretty good feeling. Every now and then. I don't know, people handle boredom differently. Now I can't really imagine myself not having greenery in my life. Beats those backstabbers I called friends any day. At least I can see the thorns on a rose. Well, all my friends were backstabbers except for Bea. When I first moved here 2 years ago, she showed me friends I didn't have to be in name alone. Oh, didn't have to be in name alone. I should call her. I really, really want to hear her voice. I need some form of comfort. You know, I really wish I had someone to call like that. Anyway. What a day. I feel like... You know, this actually stops and... I actually have to stop and think. A lot of my friendships were... I guess you could say utilitarian. They were only good for like the moment just to get through some things, you know? More like... A lot of my friendships are... Like, at college, they were good for... We were friends around college, but after college... We failed to hit each other up. That kind of thing. You know... God, it does sound like high school, doesn't it? But no, that was college. Point is... It felt a little utilitarian. No one would really hit me up until they needed something. That's a little sad to think about, now that you think about it. Best buds. But he that dares not grasp the thorn should never crave the rose. And Brown.
Hello.
See, this is Bea. Now, there is a curiosity here that I feel like could be easily answered. The difference in art styles, and I have a feeling that, you know, they delegated the art styles to different ones. There's a distinctly different style over at that one the one cutscene, and from these two sprites. I'm pretty sure they delegated it. Anyways, this is Bea. The second I hear her sweet voice, I can feel my eyes start to well up with tears and my throat tightening up. Prevent myself from giving in just yet. You know, if you're teary-eyed from just seeing a friend, there's a lot going on. I will say I can sympathize with that. There's been a few moments.
Hey, are you busy? I need to vent for a bit.
I sound a bit stiff.
Are you in an okay headspace to hear me rant?
Yeah. Also, I'm never too busy for you.
Sorry guys, there's a lot of moments where I have to pause and think twice. Because back then, back then I kind of shat on this, but then, you know, you sit down alone, think, and then you realize you didn't have this kind of support personally before. Well, I didn't have this kind of support. I think the only person that's kind of heard me out was a few. There are 2 people from work and 1 from online. Yeah, you know, I don't reach out a lot often. God, it was sorry, I went into a headspace for a second there. My bad.
What's wrong?
Yeah, that's all it takes for the floodgate. You know, if you're gonna... A lot of shit must have happened back then that you cry at the moment that someone gives you permission to. Hold on, I actually... I'm not gonna think too hard on my part on that one. Let's continue.
I had such a bad day. First I overslept, then a customer
Holy shit,
yelled at
there's...
me, and to top everything off, my stupid ex texts me out of the blue.
I feel like those other the first 2 wasn't so bad. The third one's where it could probably kick in. Oh my god, you actually have tears. I'm so sorry. Head pats. Head pats. I will... You know... Now that I think about it, when's the last time I had a proper head pat? Fuck!
Like,
Shit.
what do they want? I haven't spoken to them in months. And today, of all days...
Yeah, you... Okay, this is definitely something worth calling a friend over. You know, it was so easy to forget about the boyfriend part. Because we're not invested in it, but then you forget, oh yeah, there was a call from an ex who cheated on you for 8 months. 8 months, by the way!
What did they say?
I miss you. Can you believe that?
Well, yeah, actually. You were really great to them. They, however, were a major douche.
I know. They just... The whole time we were together, they never said nice things like that to me, and now... Why?
Oh yeah, if they don't say nice things to you, then suddenly they do? Ooh.
Don't listen to their bull. They are just trying to manipulate you, sweetie.
Okay.
You are so much better without them.
You know, it's easy to forget. God, it was really easy to forget about your ex there. Ugh.
Do you
Glad
want me
that
to
got
fight
cleared up here.
them? I'll do it. I know people.
I don't know, you look like you could take them on yourself. You look like you could sucker punch somebody.
I won't listen, I swear. I'm happy I got out of that relationship, and I appreciate your, enthusiasm. I'm just... It's so frustrating.
I just realized... The more you stop and think, the more you realize, yeah, that's a pretty normal response. Hold up, give me a sec. Let me wind that back.
You are so much better without them. Do you want me to fight them? I'll do it. I know people.
She sounds like she's ready to do it herself, actually. She's raring, she's got her nails done. She's gonna cut somebody with them. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if she could land a mean punch. She probably could. Get yourself a friend who'd fight for you. But also...
I won't listen, I swear. I'm happy I got out of that relationship, and
enthusiasm.
I
Yep, that's
appreciate
enthusiasm.
your, enthusiasm. I'm just... It's so frustrating.
Yep, you're gonna be... Yep, you wanna keep your friend from, killing somebody, actually. Maim them. Maybe you could let them maim them, you know? You could let your friend maim them a little bit, but, you know, not kill.
I know, honey. I'm so sorry.
Actually, it might not be worth
Have
it
you not
either.
blocked them?
Good point! Why haven't you blocked them? That would be a common thing to do, like if... Okay, I have a friend that I had to block because they kept asking me for money. It got to the point where it was about getting harassment. You know what? They don't even... Oh yeah. This friend doesn't even want to talk via voice call. They just kept texting and I keep trying to verify if it's really them or if it's a stolen phone now. They kept asking even after I asked like it's a robot, so I just blocked. It was so upsetting. Not that related, but it could be, you know. Friendships hurt just as much as romantic relationships do. If you lose one, it fucks you over. Really bad. I'm not sad, I'm just angry, fed up, and now a bit embarrassed. Amen. Amen on that
Don't
one.
apologize. You didn't do anything.
Exactly.
And I did block them, but they keep making new numbers.
Oh no! Fuck! Call the police! That ain't healthy! Actually, you should consider getting yourself a new number. Let your family know. Distribute that number only to people you care about. Exactly. Unless so much subscriptions. You guys... Sorry, this is a side note. Unless your number is signed up to so many services that it's frustrating to change numbers. I felt that one time. I hate the subscription models of today.
I need to change mine.
Exactly!
Yeah, you really do. And I know it's not my fault, but I'm just sorry you have to go through that.
And I'm sorry to the developers. This didn't deserve the shitting that we tried to just hunk down on everyone and everything on it. So far, it's actually written pretty alright. It's not... It didn't deserve the treatment we gave it last time, definitely. This is actually pretty pleasurable to read.
And don't worry about being late. I'm sure your granny didn't mind.
Unless she yelled. But, you know, grandmas be grandmaing, you know? You can never tell. They'll yell at you, but then they don't mean it, and then they say nice things, but every person's different, I suppose. She had to open for me this morning and made her late to her doctor's. Oh god. Yeah, I can see how you blame yourself for that one, Chris.
Well, did
she
say she was upset with you?
I just realized, why did I voice that? I thought there would be a voice actor in the last one. I think about it for a moment. Granny doesn't need to know how to be... Oh wait, Granny doesn't know how to be subtle or secretive. If she was upset with me, I'd probably know it. I appreciate people who are just open. The amount of times I have to beat myself up just to properly guess someone's antics, their subtle cues, too much.
Well, no.
Exactly. Don't worry.
Then don't get so worked up. You're always on time. If she had a problem, she would have said so. Besides, everyone makes mistakes.
Bea is my new favorite character. What the fuck? This is the supportive voice people need. It's taking on the supportive tone that I've been giving myself. Great! Great! The writing on Bea is good so far. I'll say that.
And about that customer, they can shove it. It isn't anything personal. They're just trying to feel powerful by talking down to us working class people.
Get yourself a friend like Bea.
I understand that, but it just was all too much today.
You know, some people would say suck it up, but then you have to remember, this is actually... How old are you? 19? Hold up. I think it's shown here. Right? Never mind, I don't think it...
Hey, I hear you. I'm not undermining it. It's always going to be hard. I work in customer service too, remember? And a mall of all things? People are crazy in malls, let me tell you.
I'm glad that I don't live in a crazy enough place to warrant it crazy. There's just been a few moments. I don't want to tell you guys about the time that I had to fight grandmas, right? Crazy entitled grandmas. Those are different breed.
I can't tell you how many freak out at me over the smallest things. Why are their jeans only in sizes 3 and 4? What about 5?
To be fair, sizing for women? Shit for ages. It has been shit for ages. Nothing aligns. Nobody match. No one comes to a consensus. Fashion industry, man. I've seen the documentary. Not documentaries, videos. Essays. I watched too many essays. Have you guys been? She starts quoting what I assume is some customer. Like we're doing a Karen-esque impression.
Anyway, was there anything else that happened? Anything else you want to talk about?
Okay, girlie, sit down. There's this guy. There's this guy. I'm trying to say no, but my body's telling me, my heart is telling me yes. Right? Something comes to mind and I hesitate, feeling a little bit silly for doing so. Say it. Say it. Say it! Just say you're in love. Shoot him. Shoot him.
Well,
Hercules is never leaving his
there
mind.
was this guy.
Ooh, does my heart listen? Come on. Feels so good to get started. My heart is screaming, get a grip! Bitch! Cry your heart out! Besides flowers, 20-something-year-old cuties were my absolute weakness.
I'm listening.
It's not like that.
You're blushing. She can see it. She's calling you out.
Oh, so you just want to talk about some random customer then?
No, of course not. What's the fun in that?
No.
Chris, stop holding out on me. Tell me about them.
You know what would be a nice touch up on this? If there was a graphic, she just shakes him. Give me the details. What was the? Don't quote Drag Race. Don't quote Katya. Don't quote.
What was the bird's name? I want to tell you. Tell me the bird's name. Tell me the bird's name.
Claudia.
Well, he's a tattoo artist. He works across the street. Tattoo, he said. Get it? Tattoo like the number 2? It's stupid, I know.
Get it? Tat. I just realized that's not even quoting. That's just trying to explain the name and fuck the marketing, dude. What? You know something?
What's up?
Hey, just that.
Oh, I thought you were familiar with the guy. Anyway,
Doesn't sound like your type.
Huh?
what's my type?
I don't have a type, you know that.
Really? Have you? I feel like there's probably a data sheet where she can list down who's you dated before.
He was very nice. He came here to draw some flowers for a reference or something.
Right? She's gonna ask, "Are you sure?" And you're gonna be like, "I got the dates. I got receipts. I got the webcam."
Nice.
Nope.
No,
Never mind.
that's
I did not
your
predict that
type
at all.
At all.
Not your type. I got a data sheet, girly. She isn't wrong. Maybe that's why I'm in this situation. I shake the thought. Still, I enjoyed being around a genuinely kind human being. That's a nice change of
He
pace.
didn't look kind, but he definitely was.
He looks
We
so nice. What
talked
are you
for a
talking
bit.
about?
He said he wants to come back.
He looks so nice. He just, I mean, nice even in the kind way. He looks nice even in the kind way. I don't know. Maybe it's the way it's drawn, just a bit. It portrays it too nice. I never got the scary vibe from looking at him. But then again, you know, maybe it's the smile. It disarms somebody per se.
Wow, that doesn't sound so bad. What does he look like?
No, we don't have security cameras in this flower shop. I don't think it's
Huh.
needed.
He's got long black hair, dark eyes, piercings, muscles, a tattoo on one arm,
Said it!
and his
I
skin
called
is
it!
flawless. And, get this.
Flower at the hip. Flower at the hip. You're gonna say the flower at the hip, aren't you?
He's got the cutest sunflower tattoo on his stomach. And a six-pack.
Nice.
That sounds very adorable and very hot.
It's cute and stupid. But yeah, it adds to the attraction, I guess. Ugh, I don't want to admit it. I don't want to admit that I'm easily amused
So, what?
by men.
You're telling me you're not gonna ask him out?
Oh no, he's coming here first.
I can't.
Wait, what? Why? What do you mean you can't ask him out? What's wrong?
You can't?
Exactly! Bitch! What's wrong with you?
Well, yeah, I mean, I can, but I can't. I'm still so damaged from my other relationships. It's just way too soon.
Then it's time to commit a huge mistake that'll turn out better in the long run. Okay, that was too much of me. I'm just gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up here.
I mean, I can't even receive a text message from my ex without freaking out.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Rushing into something else would just make things worse. Besides, he's too good for me. You said it yourself.
Hold the phone, bitch! When did she say that? Clean your ears! Let's do a recap!
I never said that.
Exactly!
You just chose to hear that.
Exactly! Get your shit together! She said nothing like that! Anyway, going back, let's try to talk about your concerns.
Chris, you're great. You're just a bit bent at the moment. You don't want to believe you're
Bent.
capable of dating.
Uh-huh.
You're just a bit out of it right now, and you need time to heal.
Exactly. Okay, I aligned myself, sorry. I wanted to do the gag.
That's really mature of you. You're a better person than me. I'd be all over that, like bees on honey.
You know what? New best friend. I'd say high five, but I can't reach your hands. I'd shake a leg, but I don't got any. Well, okay, going back.
It's a shame. He sounds like a real catch.
He really is. Hey, why don't I ask him out for you?
I'm gonna take a huge guess and say she's gonna say no.
No. No way.
But you literally just said.
Bitch, she's trying to wingman you. Open your eyes and ears.
It's,
Oh,
Well,
you already got someone else.
I'm just talking to somebody else already.
Uh-huh.
You are? This is the first I've heard of him. Who is it?
Who is it? Hey, Chris? What is the bird's name? Tell me what's the bird's name. Sorry, I'm not doing Katya. What?
Do you want to have dinner with me and a friend of mine? At the Jade Place, of course.
Oh, you're gonna introduce them. He's trying to distract my food and it's working. No, I think the friend might be the one that's gonna answer your question, Chris.
Oh?
Yeah, you could.
Oh? Is this friend a special someone?
Yeah, you could say that.
Then bring them along. We can go out tonight. I could go for some mozzarella sticks right about now. I'm starving.
Wait, hold on, Chris. Wasn't that what she was saying earlier? Yeah, maybe script. I feel my mouth drool at the thought of them.
Sure thing. Meet us there in an hour.
Mozzarella sticks. Mozzarella.
Okay,
Mozzarella.
no problem. See you then. And, B?
I keep saying bitch. B! No! I keep saying, yeah, you're my favorite girl now. I don't even get your name right.
Thanks for listening to what I have on my mind. Now and, well, every time before.
You don't have to thank me. I know you do the same for me too. I'll see you soon. Be safe. Love you.
Bye-bye. Kiss, kiss, mwah, mwah. What? There's a lot of more Filipinisms I could throw in there, but we'll leave it at that.
Love you too.
Wait, that was on the phone! No! No! Did I miss a detail? That was the phone? I thought she like came down and be like, yeah, time to visit. But then I realized this man works at the flower shop. So you cannot talk to employees and chat them up in the midst of the day, especially while he's in uniform. I just wish there was an indicator on that one. God damn it. Okay. If I don't get any food in me, I'm going to collapse. Yes, get your dinner. It's dinner, right? Chapter 3, Rose to the Occasion. Hold up. This is a good point to save, right? Because I also need to leave this cafe. I'm getting dirty looks from the baristas. If you guys are wondering why I could yell, because I'm under the staircase, there's a table here. I made an agreement with somebody. It took... I don't want to say what it took. I swear I'm a wholesome person. Anyways, giving this the chance, it will have its quirks, but I realize I'm enjoying this so far. So we're gonna do a series. I'm enjoying it thus far. Also, I want to see what happens with Bea. Because... B! Her name is B! B. Arthur! Just think B. Arthur, that's how you pronounce the name. Anyway, I'm gonna continue this ASAP. This went from apology to I'm now invested sincerely and dearly. Thanks so much everybody for joining me on this. We're gonna make this a series, and again, I'd like to apologize to the team for how we handled this game before. It didn't deserve it. Now that I'm giving it the respect it deserves, it's worth a proper shot! I just wish it didn't take a mess to get that going. Anyway, TheCaliMack is signing out. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now. Yeah.